I bless the day food was made. Thank God for food. Why did the churches start the new year declaring fast? Some churches do 100 days, some 7 days, 21 days of prayer and fasting. What is it about fasting? Well, welcome to Bible Cafe, and my name is Ife James. This is Bible Cafe, where we discuss Bible-related matters. And today I have with me wonderful people, and the ever beautiful, gracious and mighty sister, and of course our gentle brother over there, very calm, cool, collected, and it's an honor to have them in the show today. So they are going to introduce themselves, and then we proceed. Please go ahead.
I'm Glorie Tee. Hello.
I'm Dairo Francis, aka Frank 7.
Respect.
So even here, I'm still the only person without an AKA. So, well, there's no problem. So, straight to the discussion. Fasting. What is it about fasting? Should we fast? Why is it that every church you begin the year with 3 days prayer and fasting, begin the year with 21 days and fasting, this and that? So should we even fast? I think we start from there. What should we fast? Everybody's quiet.
Yes, you're thinking about.
Everybody's quiet. Must we fast? Should we fast?
Thinking about it, actually, I just discovered that it's a necessity. It's not important, but it's personal.
It's a necessity. It's not important, but it's personal.
Yeah.
That's quite. Daisy, please explain it to us and to the audience.
Necessity means it's not compulsory.
Okay.
That's why I said it is not important. Because anything that has to do with religion also has to be between you and your God.
Okay.
So I think if it is going to be a personal thing, then it has to be your decision to make. So it's not going to be a joint decision. Except you now want to be an hypocrite.
Okay. I think I'll come back to the joint decision. I'll come back to that and come back to it. So let's give Glorie Tee an opportunity to speak.
I think fasting is. I don't even think it's the only church
it's only the Christian. It's not exclusive to the Christian faith. Yes.
So I think it's actually good for spiritual edification or spiritual exercise. So just take a break. And I think even health-wise, it's actually good. But as for the beginning of the year, starting the year with the first, in fact, I think the challenge people now have is how many days, not even whether we are fasting at the beginning of the year or not.
Yeah.
It is standard. We are all, in fact, I'm here to see Christian organization, so to speak, that we say this year, okay, there are some, but I will say throughout the year there's no fasting program. I'm here to see
there is
throughout the entire year. Okay,
there is.
But I know of the ones that don't make it the beginning of the year. But as for that beginning of the year, I will follow him. It's between you and your God, and your leader and his God. All of you's God. But when it comes to generally, I think fasting is necessary.
Of course.
Like men of God say, you are eating it every day of the year. And then it also gives this mind that I fasted this year. 30 days, 40 days. Like fasting should first wait for the rest of the year. I think that's like the mindset some people have. So,
okay, that works. So I'm going to go back to so you said something that is cogent, it is personal. So what happens if your church leader, or say you're in a ministry like ours, the leader declares a fast, and you decide not to fast? Are you in the wrong?
It is still personal.
But you are under the leadership. Are you not supposed to follow the dictates of the leader?
Of course, let me explain. Personal in the sense that I can be in a group. Then we have personal decisions, like joint decisions that are personal to the group, personal to the church, personal to that environment. You understand? We can't say God promised this particular group of people this mandate for this year. And you now say that, okay, well, let's go into another group and tell them to also join us. You get what I'm saying? So it's still a personal thing that has to do with the group. Okay,
so what I'm saying is the group is personal, quote and unquote.
Yeah.
So what of people that belong to multiple places?
Say
for people that used to change, that used to attend, because he made the example of you cannot tell people outside. So for some people, let's assume they attend a church that this they do 7 days. Then they are in the ministry, a para ministry, that is another 50 days. Another one that is another 7 days, 70 days.
But do their purpose align? That's the question to ask. Is the purpose aligning together?
Of all the ministries?
No. You are talking about somebody that is from different...
Yeah.
For example, I belong to a church.
Yeah.
I belong to a drama ministry. You get? I can say I'm taking part of the church, I'm taking part of the drama ministry, and I'm joining it together because that is what will form my own vision. We have the same purpose.
Like, tell me, this by the way, like that Michael say. They say you should follow drama minister, you say you are doing church. They say you should do church, you say you are doing drama minister. Some people use that as
excuse
to skip here and there. You know, doing church and not starting. You know, doing drama minister.
Yeah.
You get to the drama minister. I know doing church. So
they're just hiding up on them.
So some people use that, but I like the way he has explained it. If your purposes are aligned, it will help you to know. And then he has said it now, it will fuel his own personal vision.
Yeah.
So why do we fast? Does fasting make us fast? Or does fasting make us lean? Why should I answer it? Why should I answer it?
You say does fasting make us fast or make us lean?
lean?
I was thinking it should be, does fasting make us fat?
No. It's the fasting cannot. If there are only a few people that get fat,
It depends.
Imagine getting fat when everybody's fine. Like, bro,
Explain the
wait.
source of yours.
Like,
Yes.
are you sure your fasting is normal or you are doing stew fast? Like, you can eat swallow, but you not add stew to the soup. Maybe you do egusi, but you not add red stew. But actually, that's also breakfast. And now it's fasting. They break the fast by 10.
Back to your question that you will answer.
No,
To the
I'm just
question
saying.
you will answer.
No.
Please, we are in support of you should answer that question.
Yeah, of
yes.
course.
No, this
I'm
is
bringing back
bullying.
that question for us to answer. We've answered 2 or 3.
And that's good now.
Next to you.
Oh my
Does
goodness.
fasting make us fast?
So does fasting make us fast? What I mean by that is, does fasting hasten our processes in life? Does it get us to receive answer from God speedily? Obviously, we know that fasting or prayers does not move God. So what fasting does is that it deadens our flesh, and prayer quickens our spirit. So that's why it has to be a balance. You can't just say you are fasting and then you spend all your time on social media, you are playing up and down. That way you are not even deadening the flesh, you are just killing it more and giving it more life. But when you fast, you are subjecting your body to sacrifice so that your spirit man is more active. So fasting, quote and unquote, doesn't move God, doesn't push God. Fasting is not like, oh, if he is fasting, I must answer all this prayer. No. The fasting does this. The answers that are already deposited from God, I am now more receptive to receive it because I'm shut out of worldly distraction.
In relation to that, to your contribution, it reminds me of this Matthew chapter 6 or 8, when Jesus was talking to the Pharisees and was telling them that you claim to know God, like fast and do everything, but whenever you are fasting, you let everybody know that you are fasting. You are doing this and all this type of thing. It also is also the like of that particular parable Jesus made. That Pharisee that came to the temple and was praying. Father, Lord God, I fast 2 times every week and everything. But that doesn't move God actually. It's the intention of our hearts.
Yes.
Yeah, I think also fasting and praying is an expression of faith.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah, it's also an expression of
because I've seen people that are sick. They know that they are sick. Maybe they could even have ulcer. But they add this personal conviction that God wants them to fast. They fast and they are healed. It's possible. So it's a personal distance. I'm not saying that you should have ulcer now. You should not say that I'm going to fast. That's 40 days. I must do everything dry.
Marathon.
No
breaking.
yourself.
And I like the fasting and prayer because a lot of people, especially in times where it's a group thing, they just feel like they don't have a choice. So what would they do? Just starve the whole time, be watching and waiting till it's just that moment. When is that moment? I mean, how can you fast for about 7-8 hours and pray for 5 minutes. And throughout the whole day, it's not like your mind was trained. Or, yes, nothing like that. Just waiting for the time. Once it's close to the time, Father, I thank you for today. I give you the
Thank you. And then you're already cooking. You're following the time.
So that's
you're already in the kitchen. You're already cooking. You're just waiting.
Just waiting for it
there was a particular day. I had the instruction to fast that particular day. They were already cooking. Mommy, Joe, I'm not going to eat. But my intention was that there's a prayer. I had a prayer point that once this prayer point is answered, is settled, then I'm going to stop fasting. To my surprise, it wasn't even 12 before I got the answer to that prayer.
Wonderful.
And they didn't cook my food.
Wow, hallelujah.
Oh my goodness.
I have to just finish at least. I've declared fast. So
let me just yeah.
I think that brings me to the question of when is the right time to break? 12, 3, 2, or 6 a.m.
6
or 6 p.m.
Well,
6 to 6.
Left to me, I think it's also personal.
As for fast,
It's personal.
everything about fasting and prayer.
I broke my fasts. I've broken my fast 12. I've broken it 2. I've broken it 6.
Yeah.
I've even used the OD. So I think it's personal, depending on your communication with God and everything.
And your capability.
Yeah.
Some people just do, and also yes, your relationship is good, but your capability too. Sometimes some people do pass themselves. I know they believe that you won't die from hunger. But it depends on what you are doing. Somebody who is working hard labor or doing something that is very mentally tasking, you will just realize that you are losing inspiration. It's not the spirit of the devil.
So pastors will even say that see your doctors. If you want to take a fast, see your doctors.
So discretion is needed. If you see that somebody else is taking 6 p.m. and the person can go, you can't tell. That's the person's biological makeup, or the person has trained himself to that level. But some people have just started. Some people just started taking fasting seriously. They want to go straight to 6 p.m. and they start complaining that how many days more? Let me check how many more days do we have. So I feel that the point is to pray and be connected to God. So if you are going to be complaining till the end of the whole 30 days fasting, my sister, break by 12. That's just the truth. But if you know whatever time that you see that I've started to think about food for like 2 hours. I've been thinking about food. Just thank God for the fasting.
But wait, I have a little bit contrary.
I think the emphasis here should be on prayer.
Yes, now.
Prayer.
Yes.
Not just that my colleagues are fasting, the pressure and everything.
So I must
fast.
do it,
See this brother now. This brother is very slim. Look at me. I'm thick.
I can do it.
I can break by 8, and this brother is breaking by 6. I can break. No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, your contradiction. I can't wait.
I've forgotten what I've lost my.
Exactly. That's the
Glory to God. Thank you.
I've lost my train of thought.
Yes, so the prayer, you said it, the prayer helps. If that is what is your focus, and if you have prayed and you have actually prayed.
At the end of the day, the reason for fasting and how we fast, really we must be sincere with ourselves to know that, the reason why I'm fasting for this is a congregational fast. And so I want to follow the instruction of my congregational leader. But even apart from the congregational blessing, what sacrifice am I learning? And we are all learning how to pay sacrifices one way or the other. We are learning how to delay gratification because it's really, really important in terms of fasting and enjoying the blessing that fasting brings to us.
Fasting is not only for a specified day. Like Pastor Kenneth again we say, we should live a fasted life, and that is discipline. The whole summary of a child of God, a Christian, is to discipline himself, discipline the flesh, discipline your actions, discipline everything you want to do. For example, it's just like saying you are training a child, you are taking him to school, you are taking him to university and everything, and he's still not learning what he's supposed to learn. Some people, after the 40 days fasting, you will now see a mountain of fufu.
In the morning.
I'd be like, wait, has this person?
It's true.
Has this person been waiting for this moment?
It's
not
true.
learning what he's supposed to learn.
It's true.
You understand?
It's true.
So it's a learning process, and God is going to help us. So
I remembered. Yes.
This
I've
thing is
remembered.
very deep. This thing is true. People used to say this a lot. I've noticed it that they are just waiting for day 41.
And then we'll cover up.
Nothing has
But
changed.
the truth is, you really cannot eat all the food you missed
They
out.
don't want to know. That morning of the first,
You can-
and
you can-
for me, it's the opposite. The morning of the, I'm even wondering if
You
am
know,
I
even,
supposed to eat?
like if you are consistent with it, you even forget.
Yes, now.
Like your body's already used to not eating.
Not
That is
eating, you not
weird.
eat. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait.
Are we fasting too? I'm not fasting. Or maybe you finish fasting, you just buy snack on the way. You just like.
No, I put it in my mouth before. I was like, my heart literally
I'm fasting.
pounds.
I'm fasting. Okay, we are not fasting. I'm not fasting.
But some people, what he's saying, I've seen too many examples of it. So the moment he said it, memories were just coming up. Like they are just waiting for that final day. They'll be asking you from the night, maybe the next day we are done with fasting. They'll be asking like 500 times, we are done with fasting. That morning they'll be the first person you will see in the kitchen making noise early in the what happened? It's true. Fasting is supposed to discipline you. So you should have changed a little bit. At least you should have started seeing food as just food, not as the God of the world that you must.
Yeah.
And that's the way fasting is supposed to be. Like both said, it teaches us discipline. Things that usually control us become less important. And also, okay, I just remember this point. Fasting helps in curbing temptations.
Yeah.
So if you say you are tempted by this and that, just fast. If you think you are fasted, took like 2 days try. You will see that your body does not want anything. Because you are just
tired.
you're just tired. You can see that it's deadens, really dead. So back to what you thought I forgot. I
forgot.
remember now.
You just remember.
Yeah, I remembered. That's the good thing about it. Should you break your fast just because you are hungry?
No. You
No.
already said it. No, that's for beginners.
Even masters
No, I'm saying
or
beginners.
advanced people.
No,
So there's a
beginners.
master, there's a beginner.
No, I think for beginners you can. No.
Why? Because the whole
at
essence
that
of
time-
fasting, you are going to be
Yes.
hungry.
Yes.
So if you are
No,
breaking
no,
every
no.
time you are hungry.
Like I'm saying that your capability, that's what
But
started
my
it.
point is that everybody that fasts, you will always get hungry.
Yes.
But the idea is you are fasting, you are supposed to be hungry when you are fasting. So you are supposed to be able to discipline yourself.
Yes, but you're just starting. I'm talking about people that
But,
never took fasting seriously.
But to answer that question, to answer that question now is that after Jesus fasted, the devil brought something to him. You get. So I believe that even while we are fasting, the devil will always try to tempt us with food, one way or the other. But as left to me, I believe that even as a beginner or an expert in fasting, you should have that self-discipline.
Yeah.
Also, that when this temptation comes, that have you eaten today? It's just 10 o'clock. Let's quickly take something. You get. I think there should be that self-discipline that no, I will wait.
Which is why I think it's important that people have time-specific periods when they want to break. So that when you say this fasting period, I want to break by 3, you know that every hunger that comes before 3.
That's what I was saying.
You are
so that's
fighting
where
it.
you jumped it. I was trying to say that if it's 12, you're going to break. I mean, but because you are thinking you want to be like your friend that is breaking by 6, it's now already past 12. You're now thinking because you know you should have broken.
Yeah.
You are now thinking about food. That I can't do this anymore because you actually went that far just because you saw somebody going a mile and maybe that person is used to it. That's where I was. Not that you wake up at 9 or it's 9 a.m. or you're suddenly thinking of food and you're saying you want food.
I bless the day food was made. Thank God for food. All right, so as we wrap this up, final thoughts.
I'm still thoughting.
Why are you pointing to me?
I'm ready for
I
it.
don't say that. No, you don't. You can this one that I refuse to give us. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, I believe that we need to fast. Everybody, whether even we are Christians, hopefully, but we need to fast because we need it. Health-wise, we actually need it. Your body needs a break. It's just the way we sleep too. We cannot be working around the clock, and we can't be sleeping around the clock. There's a balance. So you can't be eating around the year. It's not that you have to break by 8 p.m. or by 6 p.m. That's the beauty of it. That's why everybody can participate because it's flexible and it's between you and your God. And there are some people that can't actually fast. But whatever you and God have spoken about, however, whatever decision you've come to, you can follow that till, you know.
Then I think as we all have New Year resolutions and everything, we all need to start with God on a new page. And fasting is a very good thing to energize your inner man, to strengthen you for the journey ahead of the year. And I will encourage you, if you have not been fasting since the beginning of this year, you can still do it. Just try a day, 2 days or so, and pray. Prayer is the key.
And then you should be, like you said, it's actually pray, but then you should also be very conscious of the fact that you are not doing it under obligation. Even if you are in a setting that they're asking you to do it compulsorily, it should still be a personal thing. Like you should still have desires tied to that fasting that you want the Lord to do, prayer points, personal prayer times. Even if they are communal ones, you should have personal ones where you spend time with God on your own. You know, some people just wait for group prayers and they know that they are done. It's good too. But you can also tap from that moment because maybe you are somebody that you don't know the next time in the year you fast again. So just use that period to connect, deaden your flesh.
And God will help you.
Yes, you can do this.
Amen.
Your final thoughts.
Oh, I was about to. This is. Oh well. So final thoughts. If we are intentional about the way we start the year, if we do the same way for the way we start each day, each week, and each month, our lives will be way better. So let's not just be beginning of the year initial energy. Let's replicate the energy across different days, weeks, and months of our lives. That we are intentional. The reason why a lot of churches call for fast and prayer is because they want people to honor God with their first month, honor God with their lives, be very conscious of God at that beginning. But if we replicate it across each day, our devotions and life with Christ will be way, way better. So thank you so much, everybody, for joining us on this conversation. We believe that when your church calls fast, you will not run away. Embrace it. Fasting is good. And so thank you so much for joining us. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.